The history of India in the 20th century. A little history when it comes to India's history. For centuries, India was a desired piece of any growing empire from the Eastern world. By the 1500s, as demand for Indian goods like cotton and sugar grew, European powers became interested in the region. As the Mughal Empire declined, England rose to power in India. Early on, British rule in India was carried out by the East India Company, a British trading company. At first, the East India Company controlled small trading posts, but by the mid-1800s, the East India Company controlled more than half of the Indian subcontinent. Over time, India became a British colony, or a territory inhabited and controlled by people from a foreign land. To control India, the East India Company hired Indian troops called sepoys. In 1857, the Indian troops revolted, triggering violence across India. The British government crushed the rebellion, taking control of India away from the East India Company. India in the 20th century. By the start of the 20th century, many Indians began to question British rule. Indians created the Indian National Congress in an effort to gain more rights and opportunities. From this independence movement, Mohandas Gandhi emerged as the unifying leader for Indians, initiating change through nonviolent protests. In 1947, Great Britain agreed to grant India its independence. Fearing a civil war would break out between Hindus and Muslims in India, Britain developed a plan to partition, or divide, India into two nations. India was established for Hindus, and Pakistan was created for Muslims living in the region. Fearing their safety, Muslims and Hindus left homes behind as they relocated to India and Pakistan. At the time of partition, Pakistan was made up of two parts, East and West Pakistan. East Pakistan would eventually become the nation of Bangladesh.
The plot to assassinate Mahatma Gandhi for his tolerance of Muslims was chaotic, but it had to its advantage a great place of concealment, the teeming masses of Indians that Gandhi exposed himself to without thought. In a shocking oversight, the police had failed to tell Gandhi of the arrest and confession of one of the plotters in a previously failed attempt to kill him. The human instrument of murder was to be 36-year-old Nathuran Godse. The date would be January 30th, 1948.
Godse positioned himself inside the compound of Gandhi, and at the appointed hour of prayer, Gandhi left his living quarters, the Birla House, and headed down a path towards the prayer house. He gets partway down this pathway, and Godse steps out in front of him. And he says, "You're late for prayers." And Gandhi says, "Yes, I am late."
Godse drew a small revolver from his shirt and fired 3 times at point-blank range at Gandhi as he clung to his 2 nieces. 2 bullets tore into the Mahatma's belly and 1 into his chest. Showing no apparent surprise or pain, he peacefully folded his hands in prayer and murmured, "I, Ram, Ram." Then he fell slowly backwards to the ground.
He uttered the words, "I, Ram, Ram," which were a greeting to Ram, the Lord that dwelled within and without. And it was a breaking of the cycle of birth and death and rebirth and re-death, a reuniting of Gandhi with the infinite.